The top surface of this turret is totally different from the ones that have been in serious production, since this is a prototype, but the principle is the same. The gunner's position is down here and the commander is sitting behind and above him. On that side there's the loader's hatch, and the rear part over here is where you keep the ammunition storage. The gunner's sight on the Leopard 2 is over here, and it's a combined optic sight with an infrared thermal sight. So you can use the thermal sight both night and day. And it's a very good sight to use even during daytime, because you can locate where you have heat spots from a person or a vehicle, and then you can switch to the day sight and see what it actually is before you fire the gun. The commander had on the older versions a periscope like this up here, and that's possible to rotate 360 degrees to overview, and if you find a target in that direction you can then press a button and immediately the gun with the gunner's sight will look on the same spot. So you can use this hunt-to-kill function, and it was very accurate. The drawback with the old periscope is that it's only an optical sight compared to the later ones, which also had an infrared, but that's back here. And with the thermal sight for the commander you have 200% better tank than the old ones. When driving and firing in during night time with these tanks with the old periscope, the commander was almost blind, couldn't see anything in the darkness. The driver has a periscope with infrared, so he can look out and see where he's driving, and the gunner could look with his thermal sight and find the targets. But as a commander I couldn't see anything. That was a very big problem that they later solved on the later versions of the Leopard 2 that they use today. The turret was from the beginning hydraulic, with the hydraulic compartment back here. The later versions, they are electric driven, and that is a lot more accurate and not as dangerous, because if you have a hit in the turret with the quite warm hydraulic fluid, that could also cause damages on the crew. So electric power turret is a lot safer and better. We did one lap with the turret in 9 seconds, from like that 360 degrees and back again, and that's quite fast if you going in the terrain trying to find targets. And the gun is very precise, stabilized, even if it moves a bit. The gun sight is not connected physically to the gun, it's electrically combined with the gun. So when you look through the gun sight, even if the tank is going like this, it's very stable and accurate on the target. And when you push the firing button, everything waits in the system until the gun is on the target before it says bang. So you can go in a very rough terrain and even then hit the target on long range in the middle. We also did, which people thought was, oh, that's impressive, we did a jump and fired a gun in the air, and that's also possible with this, and also of course hit the targets. I have seen a lot of Soviet Russian tanks, they are jumping and they're firing against the moon, not hitting the target. So this was very accurate in doing that. When riding in a tank like this, if you are a person that gets seasick quite easy, it's not a job to be inside the tank. When this tank is moving 72 kilometers an hour like this, and the turret is swinging up and down and sideways, looking out through this periscope or through the sights, you see something that's moving on the outside, and you feel the feeling in your body that the tank is moving in another direction that you actually see. This can create seasickness in your head, and it's not something that's very comfortable to do, but that's the thing you have to live with using a tank like this. And the loader on the other side, when he's down there under the hatch, doesn't see anything. So it's just being tossed around on the inside, loading the gun all the time, and the tank is moving around. The best position in the tank is actually the driver's position, because it's very comfortable and he sees what he's doing. The gunner's position, looking out through the periscope, is not that comfortable. The commander's is a bit better, and on the loader side, standing there trying to move your body and to compare, or to be able to withstand the movement of the tank in the turret, it can be a bit tiring after a whole day out moving around. So that was a bit about the Leopard 2, or Leopard 2 as it's called in Germany, built by Krauss-Maffei Wegmann. Thank you for building the best tank in the world. And this is the keyring I got 34 years ago, and I still have it every day. 15 months as a tank commander, 1989. Best job I ever had. See you next time.